I was trained as a neuroscientist. I have a PhD in neuroscience. I'd always been fascinated with how our brain works to allow us to be who we are, and when things go wrong, how does that reveal how the brain is organized. It was the summer of 2004. I was just about to go back to work doing what I'd been doing before my daughter was born. I was going to be a strategy consultant, or I was going to work in business development at a biotech. And I had that thought of, well, hold on a second, what if I could do something else? If I could do anything I wanted, what would it be? And I was reminded of the book that I had been wanting to write. So I took a deep breath and I said, all right, I'm not going back to work, I'm going to write a novel instead. While I was finishing up my graduate work at Harvard, my grandmother, who was in her 80s, was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. She really couldn't talk about what was going on with her and what it felt like to look in the mirror and not understand who you saw. And I really was curious about what the human impact of that was from her perspective. And I thought, there's a novel there. Having a full understanding of the biology of this disease allowed me to ask the right questions when I was doing my research. One of the things, for example, that I figured out was, what's the velocity of this disease? Does it get worse day by day, month by month, year by year? And it turns out that this disease gets worse on a month-by-month basis. And when I learned this, I thought, well, that's how I'll write the chapters, and we will see Alice's journey go on a month-by-month pace. The more research I did, the more important it became to me to tell the truth about living with Alzheimer's. There are so many people living with Alzheimer's who don't really have a face and a voice in the public. There are a lot of people out there struggling to live with this disease, and it's emotional, and it's financial, and it's personal, and it's a difficult journey. And so the more people I came to know personally with Alzheimer's, the more important I felt it was to tell this story respectfully and truthfully. And I think that the book provides some comfort to people who are living with it, and I hope that people who have not yet been touched by it can gain a sense of appreciation for someone else's story.